Alright, so I'm playing a 50-point game tonight, into the breach, so one zone and one flag. I'm playing against E Striker. My opponent's got Boom Howler and Co. He's got the Centurion, the Ironclad and Old Rowdy. He's got 2 units of Sword Knights, and he's got some mercenaries. He's got Rupert, he's got Madeline Corbeau and Reinhold. He's also got a Journeyman and a Squire, and I think that's everything. I'm using P-Vlad, so I've got P-Vlad there with Beast and Spriggan. Minimum unit of battle mechanics, or in Midwinter, Gorman, Rifleman with Joe, and then Steelhead Rifleman with Valachev, Blythe and Bull, and Iris, well, Epic Iris in the forest there. So I got first turn. See you at the end of Khador turn 1. So end of Khador turn 1, everything just ran up basically. Yep. So on to Cygnar turn 1. So end of Cygnar turn 1, everything just ran up pretty much. Striker cast some spells. So this unit of Sword Knights have Arcane Shield on them, so they got +3 armor. And Striker put Deflection on himself, so everyone in his control area get +2 defense and armor against ranged attacks, which is a bit of a problem against this list, but hopefully with Signs of Importance from Vlad and some combined ranged attacks from the Steelheads, I can still crack his defense and armor. Cool, so onto Khador turn 2. So end of Khador turn 2, I was debating whether to feat this turn and get Beast and Spriggan with Boundless Charge into the Boom Howlers, but I decided just to shoot at them instead. The Rifleman wiped out all the Boom Howlers on this side, but these Sword Knights there, they're armor 21 against ranged attacks, and because they don't have CRAs, it was a bit pointless shooting them. The Steelhead Rifleman managed to finish all but one Boom Howler over here, but they were sort of slowed up by the wood, so I couldn't do any CRAs into the Sword Knights without Arcane Shield, which is a bit annoying. Vlad just sort of stayed back here. Obviously did Signs of Importance. Beast and Spriggan just moved up a bit to shield him. Orin moved up and did these ability where you can't cast spells within 12 inches. Gorman moved up, dropped a cloud. Iris tried to shoot Old Rowdy and disrupt him, but missed. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, so the remaining Boom Howler and there's the leader back there are fleeing because they rolled an 11 on their panic check. So on to Cygnar turn 2. So end of Cygnar turn 2, upkept Arcane Shield on these Sword Knights, and they ran in. The other Sword Knights ran in and charged. The Boom Howler failed to rally. Old Rowdy ran up as well. Striker used his feet. He kept, was it Dispersion or Defense? So what is it? Deflection, yeah. Striker upkept Deflection, and he did his feat, which basically means all of his models, after everyone's finished their activation, they can advance 3 inches and make a melee attack. So this Sword Knight over here killed Iris because he's got flank well next to Old Rowdy, so he got +2 to attack rolls and Weapon Master. What's his face? Bull got killed by Sword Knights. Sword Knights failed to kill any of the Riflemen, though they couldn't hit 7s to save their lives. But 5 Riflemen over here died. So yeah, that's it. So on to Khador turn 3. So end of Khador turn 3. The Winter Guard Rifleman, or Joe, killed one of the Sword Knights over here. The Winter Guard Rifleman killed a few more. Gorman ran up and blinded that group over there. The Spriggan moved up and killed one with his lance. And did he kill one with his shield? I think he... Yeah, he killed one with his shield as well. The Steelheads effort out of combat and shot a few more of the Sword Knights, but they've got their tough rolls at the moment, so didn't quite manage to finish them off. Orin moved up and did it so people can't cast spells within 12 inches of him. Beast charged in and did a Thresher. He caught Danon and killed her, and he caught 5 Sword Knights, but he missed 1, and 2 of them made their tough rolls. So yeah, so he only managed to kill 2 there. And then Vlad just sitting back here on 1 focus, yeah, because Beast used Imprint, so he gets boosted attack rolls against all enemy warrior models. So yeah, on to Cygnar turn 3. So end of Cygnar turn 3. The Sword Knights over here, I think about 2 or 3 of them moved out of combat with the Spriggan and died to 3 strikes. I lost another Rifleman over here. These Sword Knights didn't manage to kill this mechanic hiding behind Beast. Striker moved up, he's just there, and he shot both Beast and the Spriggan, so they're both disrupted now, so that means they can't be allocated any focus. Old Rowdy and the Ironclad just ran over to block there, and the Centurion just moved up there to block. And the Boom Howler and Co finally rallied, and all of his solos just moved up a little bit. Oh yeah, Reinhold gave Striker reload, so it means you get to make an extra shot. Okay, on to Khador turn 4. So end of Khador turn 4. Vlad just kept all his focus and did Science Importance. Joe and the Rifleman over here finished off those Sword Knights. Gorman jumped out and managed to blind both the Ironclad and Old Rowdy, so they -4 mat defense and have to forfeit either their movement or action. The Spriggan moved up just to engage them with his reach, just with his spear, so he's engaging them, but he's out of their half-inch melee range and he put some damage on Old Rowdy. The Rifleman Beast did his Thresher and killed 2 more Sword Knights, but 2 of them toughed. Then Balachev finished the other 2 off with his spray. The Rifleman moved up, killed the Sword Knight over there, put a little bit of damage on the Centurion and killed the Boom Howler over there. Orin moved up and did it so you can't cast magic spells within 12, so Striker's within 12 of Orin, so Striker can't do spells now. And that's it. So on to Cygnar turn 4. So end of Cygnar turn 4. Striker put Arcane Shield on himself and he gave 3 focus to the Centurion. Old Rowdy ran over here. Oh, not ran, he moved because he had to forfeit either his movement or action. The Stormclad just moved over and engaged my Spriggan. Boom Howler ran and engaged Gorman. And then the Centurion moved up and attacked Beast, and he's got 4 damage boxes left, so everything's crippled apart from his movement. So on to Khador turn 5. So end of Khador turn 5, the Rifleman moved up and killed Madeline. Beast put quite a bit of damage onto the Centurion, and the Spriggan put some damage onto the Ironclad. The battle mechanics healed Beast, so he's got all his systems back. Vlad sitting on 3 focus after casting Science Importance. The Rifleman, the Steelheads, moved and Zephyr'd round and put 3 points onto each Striker. I was hoping for more, but he's got Arcane Shield and stuff on him at the moment. So yeah, that's how the board looks. So on to Cygnar turn 5. So end of Cygnar turn 5, Rowdy and the Centurion destroyed Beast. The Spriggan, the Ironclad put a load of damage on the Spriggan. The Boom Howler killed Gorman. The Piper guy ran in and actually killed Steelhead. And then Striker, because the Spriggan still had all of his systems left, did his overboost thing where he rolled 2 dice. So he took 10 damage and got +4 strength, so it wasn't a very lucky roll there. Ran in and put 5 more damage on the Spriggan, so he's lost his right arm with his lance. And yeah, that's about it. So Striker's got 4 damage left. So on to Khador turn 6. So end of Khador turn 6. Basically, because the Spriggan still had his Cortex, I put 3 focus on him. Vlad cast Signs of Importance. The Battle Mechanics repaired his right arm, so he had reach to Striker. His initial attack I boosted and missed. So then I bought another attack, boosted, and managed to hit. And yeah, so it was 3 dice, take away the lowest, dice -1, so I only needed a 5. So yeah, so that was it. So good game.